Alright, so people have been saying I should do a deck profile for NEET Turbo. So I don't know how well this is going to come out with my laptop being rather awful in all personal honesty, but okay. Start off 2 tracks, hand traps, protection, OTKs, getting stuff like that. It's just useful, plus, you know, it can change its level, and although I won't be doing a lot of its secondary effect, its stealing effect could be useful to some degree. Lava Golem gets difficult stuff off the board, things that will shut down my plays, stuff like that. Chaos BLS and Chaos Sort. Because I'm running the Kinker Piper engine, you know, the Chaos monsters come in useful. They're actually thingy. I mean, originally BLS Armory Arm was basically a win condition to the deck because NEET didn't do a lot on its own, in all personal honesty. It didn't do a lot until I found out about a certain card, which I'll get to later. Honest, Shiny is Light, BLS, you know, simple things like that. Junk Synchron, simply because plenty of level 1s, Junk Synchron, level 1 Armory Arm, BLS Armory Arm, Shiny Armory Arm. I've pulled it off before now. Free Kinkabio and Free Piper, simply because that is one of my level 1 engines, and Kinker Piper is, you know, in a level 1 engine is perfectly fine. Free Cherries. Cherry is a 1 card, like with Kinker, 1 card. Shiny, also with Kinker I can get to Formula for extra draw if I need it, and go into further synchros if need be. Evil Fawn, as long as I don't draw 2, 1 card Shiny. If I draw 2 it gets problematic, and like I said, Free Piper to go, it'll be fine. Not a lot of monsters, but enough to do what they need to. 1 for 1 gets me out what I need. It can start stocking up graveyard with things like Cherries and Pipers, so I can start doing Kinker Piper, and it can get a Fawn. I can go into a 1 card Shiny. Can't get Kinker with 1 for 1, but it's no problem. Heavy is an obvious choice. 2 creature swap, simply because summon Kinker, get Piper, creature swap, well, use Piper's effect, creature swap Kinker, get their monster, Kinker comes back to hand, or I can take out Kinker if I want. Mind Control, simply because with the Junk Synchron I can go into things. Monster Reborn, obvious. 2 MST, I'm not fond of running 3. 2 Lances, they're just there. Gargar Shield, I know it means playing quite a bit of heavy back row, which this deck sort of relies on. I probably should opt for 2 Starlight Road, but I mean, it protects Shiny quite well if its effect is out, or even in general. 1 Mirror Force helps. Starlight Road, I've got a lot of back row. D-Prison, 2 D-Prison, because D-Prison, you know, just says screw you to everything. Inverse Universe now is the 1 card that really helps Shiny. Swapping the attack and defense of all face-up effect monsters. This now means that Shiny, instead of being 200, 2100, becomes 2100, 200. As well as that, once per turn it cannot be destroyed by battle. Now with Gargar Shield, it still only goes up to 2, but that's 2 complete destruction negations. And Shiny can also negate activations on itself. 2 Tribal Rivals, because Tribal Rivals means I don't have to rely on Gargar Shield with Shiny while it's still got 2 material. And the fact that I could just ram Shiny into something with its wants, you know, or they'd have to start sacrificing monsters to ram into Shiny. And Stardust does not negate Tribal Rivals, word of warning, because Tribal Rivals activates in the damage step. Oh well, at the end of the battle step, shall I say. So Stardust cannot activate. If Stardust rams into Shiny at 2100, yeah, Shiny, its player loses 400, but Stardust gets destroyed and its effect can't trigger. 2 Fiendish Chain, stop effects going off. 2 Call of the Haunted, get me back whatever I need. 1 Judgment, 1 Warning, pretty standard issue. the extra deck. Now, because I played a lot in tag duels, I started putting Scrap Dragon in because I could easily get to Scrap Dragon. It was really useful. Stardust, obviously, Starlight Road, Black Rose, I can go into it under certain circumstances, and clearing the field is very useful. Hyper Librarian, see, the only reason that was in here was if I could go into it by some bizarre means, how I'll never know. If I went into it, it was to go against Synchro decks, because that way I'd get draw power. Catastor obviously gets over stuff, you know, he doesn't like, he only likes his non-dark bitches. 2 Armory Arm, simply because I could probably easily make 2. You know, Dragon Cherries, Junk Synchron, and any level 1 apart from Cherries. And Formula, obviously, draw, go into further plays. Now, Gaia Dragon and Utopia Red, simply because Mind Control. Mind Control, a Utopia or a Gaia Dragon overlay, you've successfully stolen a monster completely, in my opinion. I did used to run 3, but I now run 2 Galaxy Queen. I rarely get them out. It's another level 1. It can be useful, it has its moments, but I've never found huge use for it. And obviously 3 Shinies, because hey, it's NEET Turbo. So the basis of the deck relies around this, and this card. Without it, you just sit there floating on a NEET or whatever you can do until you get that off, and it's really unreliable. I mean, yes, it's a lot of fun playing NEET Turbo sometimes, but against the way Yu-Gi-Oh's going now, it just doesn't happen. So yeah, there we go. There's the deck profile for Shiny Magician Turbo, or as I refer to it, NEET Turbo. Yep, Nito Auto.